Hey everyone, what's going on? Today is Friday. It's very exciting stuff. And I wish all you a very peaceful, happy weekend. I know I'm supposed to say that at the end, but I'm going to say it at the beginning because everyone always says it at the end. So I'm going to switch things up because at the end of the day, I am very, very unique. At least that's what everyone told me my entire life. I'm special. Um, anyway, so today's August 12th, and we're going into the 31 reasons. Why to get over a breakup or how to get no why. I always get confused on that. Anyways, today I just want to bring up something really easy: quality sleep. um Yesterday we talked about getting healthy, being healthy, and I think quality sleep is part of that. However, during a relationship, especially even after breaking up, your sleep can get a lot worse. It can be all over the place. I know for me, it got bad, and I had a Fitbit at one time. I don't wear it anymore, but I had a Fitbit, and I just wanted to see what my sleep score was, and I noticed that on some days or some nights, I'd wake up in the morning and I would have like a score of like 30 something percent, 40 something percent, 50%. That's pretty bad. And that was years after the breakup. And the thing with that is, again, I talked about time, how it lessens the intensity. And sure, like I started getting better, but like, for example, my sleeps weren't as good as I want them to be. And if we don't heal, if we don't get ourselves in check, then our sleeps will be affected if they're not already being affected. True deep healing will allow us to have some sort of comfort at night. I'm a firm believer in our bodies always try to tell us something. And so physical illnesses, diseases, responses are always something, because we're holding something emotionally. And whether it's feelings or emotions or whatever, there's something happening inside of us that our bodies are trying to tell us, hey, yo, what are you doing, man? Stop being like that. Why are you doing this to yourself? Okay, well, if you're not going to listen, because I make you feel uncomfortable, I'm going to affect your sleep. And there's so many other ways, but we're talking about quality sleep here, and that's the biggest one. Not the biggest, but that, you know, how do you feel? I'm going to ask you a question. How do you feel when you have a good sleep at night? I know how I feel. Like, I still have a tracker on my phone and I use it sometimes. And I can tell you that when I get above 80%, like between 80 and 85%, like I feel good in the morning. Between 86 and 90%, like I feel really good. And if I give it above 90, like I am good. I'm like going off on the day. I feel good. My morning starts off right. Even if it's less than 80, I can determine myself if I've had a good sleep if it's less than 80. But when it gets less than 70%, and I would advise you to have a some sort of sleep tracker. And one thing to be aware of is not to be attached to what that score says. It's a guide. It's a guideline. It's there to help you understand if you're having a good sleep or if you could improve your sleep. That's all it's really there for. I know for me, there came a point in time where I would be looking at that tracker and I would put my entire worth into that. So if it told me like 72%, I'd be like, oh shit, I didn't have a good sleep. And then if it said 60%, I'd be like, oh, that's not good, man. And that would start my day off wrong because I put attachment to that. But going back to the point of, the reason why to get over a breakup, it's like quality sleep. And yeah, it took me years to actually start having great sleeps, good sleeps. And part of that time delay was because I didn't know how to really truly heal myself. I was grabbing at straws. I was trying to do this, I was trying to do that, and I was doing everything on the surface level. And even so, like, I would meditate, and sometimes I would journal, and that all helped. But it's when I started going inside myself and started to really ask questions about who I was, what I wanted for my future, what kind of life do I want? Did I want to live? Do I want to live? And when I started asking those questions, it's not like poof, all of a sudden, like, I was having great sleeps. No, it's a work in progress. And so it's important to remember to be gentle with yourself. And if you have a bad sleep, or you've had bad sleeps, or you're dealing with insomnia, just know that it's okay, that it will get better. The insomnia, the lack of sleep, lack of quality sleep, that's because of something that's happening inside of you. And if we don't figure out what's happening inside of us, and if we don't heal that, not just only our sleep, I've talked about other things, disease, illness, or whatever, but again, we're here talking about sleep. And if you don't fix this, your sleep will be affected. And then when you don't have proper sleep, how is it affecting your day? Getting up in the morning, it feels like a drag. You're like, oh, I got another day ahead of me. And you just go to work and you do the same thing, and then you come home and same thing, and just wallowing. And then you get, like, you're finally, like, starting to get tired, and you're like, oh no, I got to go back to bed. And you realize that, like, it's just a cycle that you're going through. You're just living the day to go to bed when you find that your sleeps aren't great, so you can wake up in the morning and do the exact same thing. Part of life is about growth. It's about understanding who you are and how to become the best version of yourself. And if you don't look for ways to grow, if you don't look for ways to contribute to society, then you're stagnating. And look at the philosophy of life. Everything is meant to grow. And if it doesn't grow, it dies. That's the reality. So think of us. We are nature. We are part of the same ecosystem as the trees, as the water, as the birds, as the animals. It doesn't matter. As the planets, we're all the same. We all come from the same place. So it's important to know that we need to grow. And a part of that growth is to not be stuck in that relationship, to not be stuck in that breakup, divorce, or heartbreak. It's not to be stuck there. It's about creating the life you want. It's about healing who you are at the deepest core. And so part of that healing is making sure you know how to do it. And instead of grabbing straws, read, look. There's so much information out there. And again, that's why I do what I do. In Securia, we do what we do because we give men just like you an opportunity to heal. If you're dealing with a relationship or breakup or heartbreak or divorce, there's some self-worth issues, and that's the reality of it. And if you don't fix it, if you don't heal from it, you'll continue down that road of finding relationships that aren't good for you, finding relationships that just fill the void. And so you're just going to live your life wishing and praying that things would be different, yet you're not doing anything different about it. Again, that's what Security and I do. We love helping men just like you to get over what you're dealing with. No longer do you have to be stuck in that feeling. No longer do you have to be living the life that you don't want. All it takes is a decision by you. The people we work with, there are three things, and we'll talk about this on the breakthrough calls with you. But committed and decisive, resourceful, and coachable. And again, we'll go more into those when you book a breakthrough call with us. And that's where we give you 45 minutes to an hour of our time to understand exactly what happened in the breakup, how you're feeling right now, and what you want for the future. And then we're going to figure out how we can help you to get the future that you want. So it's important that you reach out and ask for help. It's okay to ask for help. We are here for you. We've created a safe and supportive space. That's why we do these videos. That's why you're part of the community, because there are other men going through what you are going through, and it's okay. Hell, if I didn't fix myself, I could have kept going. 4.5 years could have turned into 6, 7, 8, 10, the rest of my life. Who knows? But the important thing that I remembered was that I decided to make a change. I was committed and decisive to making a change. I was resourceful. I figured out a way to get it done. And I was coachable, is that I would learn. And when I met Sakiria, she gave me that safe and supportive space. And together, that's why we do what we do, because we both have amazing experience. We understand, we have the wisdom. There's a lot of information out there which is, I always say, knowledge is learned, wisdom is experienced. I could read 6,000 books telling me about how to deal with a breakup, but unless I know what a breakup actually feels like, and unless I've gone through what I have, or what anyone or what you might have, you don't know what that experience is. How can you gain wisdom if you've never experienced it? And now I'm going a little off topic, but at the end of the day, the 31 reasons to get over a breakup is quality sleep. Your health and well-being are depending on you. And so you're not guilty for what you've been through and how you are right now, but you do have a responsibility for yourself to heal. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck feeling the same things. And we don't want that for you. And I know you don't want that for you. So again, other than the side notes, quality sleep. All right. Okay. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you.